All right, so everyone's talking about the Super Bowl right now,
Of course.
and we're going to deep dive into all the latest Super Bowl LIX odds.
Absolutely.
February 9th is the big day.
It is.
Down in New Orleans.
That's right.
And we are past the divisional round.
They are.
So we kind of know now who are the teams that are really in it to win it.
Yeah, we're getting down to the wire here.
And some of these odds, I think, are pretty surprising.
Very much so.
So
Yeah.
where do you want to start?
Well, I think what's really captured everybody's attention is the fall of the Titans, so to speak.
You're talking about the Detroit Lions?
The Detroit Lions, exactly.
I mean, they were the top seed going into the playoffs.
I know.
Everybody had them at least locked for the conference championship.
Everybody and their mother had them going all the way.
And then,
But the Washington Commanders had other plans.
Yeah.
A 45-31 upset victory sent shockwaves through the league. And what's really remarkable is the Commanders opened the season at plus 2,800 to win the Super Bowl.
okay.
Now they're sitting at plus 650.
So for those of us who don't spend every waking moment thinking about betting odds like we do,
Right.
what does that mean?
Well, basically it means their chances of winning have skyrocketed.
Okay.
It's a dramatic leap.
So the Lions are out.
They are.
Who is now the favorite?
Well, the Philadelphia Eagles are the team to beat, according to DraftKings Sportsbook. They're currently at plus 180.
Okay.
But you can't just look at the odds. I
Right.
mean, let's dive a little deeper into, their divisional round win against the Rams, 28-22.
It wasn't a blowout or anything.
It was not.
And wasn't it their running back, Saquon Barkley, that,
Oh, absolutely.
dominated the game?
He rushed for 205 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
It was a performance for the highlight reel.
Yeah.
And it's making people wonder, can their Eagles run strategy really take them all the way?
Is that sustainable? Can they really rely solely on their running game?
That had a really interesting take on this,
Okay.
on the herd. He said, "Do I think Philly can run Eagles run to the Super Bowl? I do,
Uh-huh.
but they do need more out of their passing game."
Okay, so it sounds like they're going to have to diversify their offense
Yeah,
if they want to make a real run at the title.
I think so.
I mean, it's working now,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you never know what defenses are going to throw at you, especially in the playoffs.
Absolutely, adaptability is key.
Right.
But while we're talking about potential dynasties,
Yeah.
let's not forget about the reigning champs, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, they just keep chugging along.
I know, it's amazing.
They had a solid win against Houston, 23-14,
Yep.
to secure their spot in the AFC Championship game.
And this is their 7th consecutive appearance in the AFC Championship.
That is
Almost unheard of.
almost unheard of.
Yeah.
They're like the perennial contenders.
They are.
But they've got a tough matchup coming up.
Oh, absolutely. The Buffalo Bills clinched their spot with a nail-biting 27-25 victory against the Ravens.
Wow.
They're hungry, they've got a strong offense, and they're looking to finally dethrone the Chiefs.
Okay, so we've got the Eagles looking strong, but maybe with a potential weakness.
Yeah.
We've got the Chiefs, who are basically playoff royalty at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Bills, who are ready to shake things up.
Yes.
But before we get ahead of ourselves,
Yes.
you said something about an underdog story.
Oh, how could I forget? We have to talk about the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
I mean, their upset over the Lions was the talk of the town. It wasn't just a win, it was a statement.
Right.
Even NBA star Kevin Durant chimed in saying,
Oh.
"That's the biggest win since I've been a Commanders fan."
Yeah.
I think that sums up the excitement surrounding this team right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the entire city of Washington, D.C. is buzzing with this energy.
Right. But can they keep this momentum going?
Yeah, is it a real tangible force that propels a team forward?
Or is it just a fleeting feeling,
You see teams get hot at the right time, and it's like they're unstoppable.
That's right.
But then sometimes it just disappears as quickly as it came.
It's true. And when you look at the Commanders' success, you have to acknowledge some key factors.
Okay.
They've been playing with a fire on defense, keeping their errors to a minimum, and most importantly, playing with something to prove. It's like they're not just playing for themselves.
Right.
They're playing for their city, for their fans, who have been waiting for this moment.
But let's be real.
Yeah.
They're going up against some serious competition.
Right.
The Eagles, the Chiefs, even the Bills.
Yeah.
They all have more experience in these high-pressure situations.
That's true. Experience is definitely an advantage, but it's not the only factor.
Right.
The Commanders have this hunger, this underdog mentality that can be incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, they weren't even supposed to be here.
Right.
And yet they knocked out the top seed in the NFC. Okay, so we've got these 4 teams.
Yeah.
The Eagles, the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Commanders.
Right.
All with different strengths,
Mm-hmm.
different weaknesses, different narratives.
Yeah. It's almost like we're watching 4 different movies unfold at the same time.
I like that.
And it makes predicting the outcome even more difficult on paper.
Right.
You might say the Eagles have the edge with their dominant running game and their status as favorites.
Yeah, you can never count out a team like the Chiefs.
Of course not.
With Andy Reid's playbook.
Right.
And that championship pedigree.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been here before. They know how to win these games.
That's right.
And then you can't forget the Bills.
Oh, no.
Their offense, led by Josh Allen, is explosive. They can put up points in a hurry.
Absolutely.
Plus, they've got a solid defense that can really shut down opponents.
Yeah, so it's like each team has their own unique set of weapons and challenges.
Right.
This is why the playoffs are so unpredictable. You really can't call it until the final whistle blows.
It's exactly the beauty of playoff football, is that anything can happen.
It's true.
Upsets are possible, underdogs can rise, and even the most favored teams can stumble.
Absolutely.
So we've talked about the top contenders, but what about the X factor?
Uh-huh.
What are those unpredictable elements that could change the course of the playoffs?
Well, one thing that always looms large over the playoffs is the injury bug.
Yeah.
A single injury to a key player can completely derail a team's plans. I mean, think back to last season.
Oh, yeah.
When insert player name went down.
Right.
It completely changed the landscape of the playoffs.
It's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
One injury can lead to a chain reaction that affects the entire team.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just about the physical impact, it's also about the psychological impact.
That's right. Losing a key player can really shake a team's confidence, especially in a high-stakes environment like the playoffs.
Exactly. And then, of course, there's the coaching factor.
Oh, the coaching.
A single decision,
Yeah.
a risky play call, a poorly timed timeout, these things can have huge repercussions.
It's true. It's like a chess match, really.
Yeah.
The coaches are constantly trying to outmaneuver each other, anticipating their opponent's moves, making adjustments on the fly.
Right.
Sometimes a bold gamble can pay off in a big way.
So while the players are the ones on the field, the coaches are the masterminds behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones calling the shots and making those strategic decisions that can really determine the outcome of the game.
And don't forget about special teams.
Oh, yeah.
A blocked punt, a missed field goal, even a fumble on a kickoff return.
Right.
These can be game changers, especially in close games.
Special teams can be the unsung heroes or the heartbreaking villains of the playoffs.
It's true. It all comes down to execution.
Yeah.
And in the playoffs, the pressure is amplified tenfold. Every single play matters.
Oh, yeah.
Every decision and every snap of the ball can have major consequences.
You can really feel the intensity both on the field and in the stands.
Oh, yeah.
The energy is palpable. It's like everyone knows that history is being made.
Yeah.
It's like the entire season boils down to these
It really does.
final few games.
Yeah.
You know, every snap, every play, every decision
Right.
carries so much weight.
It's the culmination of months of blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
And for the fans, it's an emotional roller coaster. You're riding high one minute and then your heart sinks into your stomach the next.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it so compelling, right?
It is. So, with all that said,
Yeah.
let's get to the part everyone is waiting for.
Okay.
Predictions.
All right.
Who do you think is going to hoist the Lombardi Trophy this year?
Oh, man. That is the question, isn't it?
It is.
If I had to put my money on one team right now, I'd lean toward the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
Their running game is just a force of nature.
All right.
They've proven they can bounce back from adversity,
Mhm.
and they've got a hunger to prove themselves.
So you're going with the favorites,
I am.
but you're not ruling out a potential upset.
Of course not. That's the beauty of the playoffs. Anything can happen.
Right.
If the Commanders can maintain their intensity and continue to defy expectations, they could very well pull off another shocker.
Yeah.
And let's not forget about the Chiefs and the Bills.
Right.
Both teams have the talent and the experience to go all the way.
So it really is anyone's game.
It is.
And that's what makes it so exciting for us fans.
Absolutely.
You know, we get to witness the culmination of a season's worth of work, dedication, passion.
Well said. And as we head into the championship game,
Yeah.
I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
Okay.
Don't just watch these games, experience them. Feel the energy of the crowd, the intensity of the players, the strategic battles unfolding on the field.
Yeah, and don't forget to appreciate the underdog stories, the unexpected twists, and the moments of brilliance that make the Super Bowl playoffs so unforgettable.
Exactly. We're watching history in the making, who will rise to the occasion, who will etch their names in the annals of NFL history.
We'll find out soon enough.
We will.
Until then, keep your eyes on the prize, deep divers. And remember, the Super Bowl is more than just a game. It's a story. And this year, the story is far from over.